Welcome back to the Panic Report, and your host, Panic! Hey, pranksters! Welcome back to the channel. It's your host, Panic. In this video, we're going to be ranking and going over the scare zones and the shows at Not Scary Farm Halloween Haunt 2021. But before we get there, as always, if you have not yet, hit the subscribe button down below. Join the prankster army. You know you want to. We're growing every day. That's right, we're past 100 and we're going up. That's right, when we hit 200, we got a giveaway. We're going to be picking one random, by random, one prankster. You're going to get a Panic Report prize pack. So be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also share with all your friends. That thumbs up button, give it a smash. Also, comment down below. That helps the YouTube algorithm, and it helps us push out to more people, so more people can join the prankster army. So, like I said, this video, we're going to be going over the scare zones and shows for Knott's Scary Farm Halloween Haunt 2021. Now, we got to experience all the scare zones, but we only got to see 2 of the show offerings. So the other ones I'm just going to list and tell you about. Real quick rundown, but I can't really rank them because we didn't see them. So maybe you could tell me if you saw some of them, where you would put them on a list down in the comments below. But we're going to start with the shows. So the ones we did not see, we didn't see Wicked Drums, which is a drum show. Could probably go online, find it on YouTube. I just don't want to give a review on something I didn't personally see live when I was there. What is it? Dolce de la Noche? We did walk by and see a little bit of this. It was a dance group that was dancing up there, but we didn't see enough for me really to review and tell you. Conjurers, Magic, and Mirth. We didn't see that one. Or Carnival de Grotesque. I believe this is the one that took over the hanging. So it goes on at the hanging stage, and every time we walked by, there was something new going on there. So it was kind of cool. We saw a band. We saw a little circus performance going off in the corner. Most of the time it was a band up there. But it kind of reminded me of like the summer nights thing that they do, where there's just constant entertainment going on and something which is really cool, especially for Not Scary Farm. Keeps the party going, party alive. So I enjoyed what little bit I saw, but again, we only saw as we were walking by. The 2 shows that we did see. There's Invitation to Terror. Now, this is in the Mystery Lodge. It's the first time I've seen a haunt offering there. It's the second time they've actually done something there. And it was cool. I just don't think they fleshed the idea out completely. I think it dragged on a little long, and then the ending was very anticlimactic. So basically, this guy's got this book. He's going to help heal the world from it. He summons these demons. They use the Mystery Lodge effect, and stuff's coming out of the book by projection and all this. And at the very end, there's all these druid people who come running in the door from one side and clumsily kind of found an aisle that they could get through and then went to the other side and out. Unfortunately, they all went down the same row. It was very, like I said, clumsily kind of finding something. It wasn't scary like we were being mobbed by this mob and they're coming at all of us. It was one row. They kind of went through and marched through and went out the other door. So again, a little long. Could probably cut it by 5 minutes. And somehow, I don't know how, I don't know what they do, but they need to be able to pump that ending up a little bit. Also, this did not fit with the theme of the area it's in, because it's in the ghost town area, and everything else around there fits except for this one show that was like 80s future tech. But I've heard rumor that that might be for a reason, because something else might be coming soon in that area that would make more sense. So we'll just have to wait and see. The other show we saw was It Up Uncensored. Now, this is an improv show that is uncensored, so don't go into this with kids unless you're okay with your kids hearing very sexual stuff as well as naughty language. But it was fantastic. It's puppets. Brian Henson, Jim Henson's son, runs Muppets now, and he produces the show, and so there's some improv actors up there, but it's all done with puppets. And they're not just done live in front of you, but they have a camera set up. So they're performing to the camera, and then behind them is a big screen, so you see just the puppet if you look at the screen and not the actors doing it. But then you can look right at the stage and see the actors actually doing it. Very funny. Very funny. They get a lot of suggestions from the audience. So every single time you go see the show, it's going to be completely different, which is also very fun. The first 2 skits they did, we were laughing super hard. Then it got a little and then the ending, freaking great. We were cracking up again. But some of the shows you're laughing the entire time. So hey, I definitely give Puppet Up thumbs up. You need to go check Puppet Up Uncensored out. Now on to the scare zones. That's what we're in for, right? There are 5 scare zones this year. At number 5, we got Forsaken Lake. Now, this area is very dark, very foggy. It's underneath Silver Bullet. It's kind of like a graveyard-ish kind of area. They got a lot of set pieces out there. I believe it's at park closing or midnight or something. They do a whole funeral procession, which I've never been able to see. Hopefully we'll be able to catch it next year so I can get you guys footage of that. You can see it. Great talent out here. It just seemed a little off the night we were there. I like this area. Just a little off, but still great. Absolutely phenomenal. Nobody does scare zones like Not Scary Farm. Nobody. Not even close. Not even close. All 5 of these outdo every other scare zone I've ever been through. So, even though this is number 5, still phenomenal. At number 4, we've got a very, very large carnival area. This is the clowns. There's a ton of them out there. They were killing it all night. There's a little monkey guy running there. Oh my God, he was funny. He had us cracking up, scaring people left and right. Great scare zone. Highly recommend. You gotta go see the clowns every year. They do have some clowns in Dark Ride and in Mesmer. I think I might have seen 1 or 2. Don't quote me on that, but I know in Dark Ride they do. But the big clowns here actually out in Carnival Scare Zone. Great time. It's really bright out there, so it's hard for them to hide, but they're clowns. They don't need it. Trust me. They're doing just fine. At number 3 is the brand new scare zone for this year, the Goring 20s. I really liked this area. It's a little too bright, in my opinion. I don't think I saw any fog at all, which is okay. You don't have to fog up every scare zone. But if they could tone the lights down a little bit, it will help this area. There are a few set pieces here and there, but it is a very alive scare zone. So it's not just scare actors running around and growling or roaring or running up to scare you. I mean, they are doing scares, but they're actually a full character, and you can interact with them and talk to them, and they're going to tell you about this elixir, and they're going to tell you about how you're in the Prohibition days, and how drinking alcohol is bad, and you can actually sit or stand there and talk to the talent and get the backstory from them. And every one of them is going to give you a little different piece of it. Think Ghost Town Alive, but not Scary Farm style. So I definitely think if they keep this and keep it going and flesh this out, this could be phenomenal. Plus, they had a live swing band and dancers up above on the theater platform area, so you can stop down below and you see the show go on, and it's all part of the scare zone. So I really like what they did with this. I love where they're going with it. I hope it continues to grow and turns into even more like Ghost Town Alive, especially if you have a frequent fear pass. I know that they didn't, the haunt pass, they didn't have a lot of them this year. They sold out super fast just to the pass holders, but I'm hoping they bring that back in, next year or the year after, something like that. And because if you go multiple times, you want something different, so it'd be fun to jump into this story and really get into the story and see what's going on. So I absolutely love the Goring 20s. Just turn the lights down a little bit more. Number 2, The Hollow. That's right, this is over in the Camp Snoopy area. And for quite a few years, I thought the Camp Snoopy area was better than the Ghost Town Streets area. The talent out there is phenomenal. As always, it's dark, it's foggy. You never know where they're coming from. They come from all angles and all directions. Those guys out there kill it. I love it. Keep it up. Keep going strong. The Hollow. I love they got these like wood cones. It's kind of like a pumpkin, a jack-o'-lantern, a face cut out of it. but they're ginormous big cones with like a red light, and then the fog shoots out from the middle. Love it. Love the atmosphere. I wish there was a little more. I do believe in years past they decked this area out a little bit more than they did this year, but that's okay. This is the kid area that's got to be nice and friendly during the day, and then a little scarier at night without having to do too much. So, but I love it. Love the talent out there. Beautiful. And at number 1, and it should be number 1, and it should always be number 1, and there should be no scare zone anywhere in the entire world that ever even comes close to it, and that is Ghost Town Streets. This is the granddaddy of them all. This is where Knott's Scary Farm started. Really started. They started with like a haunt and like a couple of the stunt actors walking around in this area, and then they one year they hired people to be inside the peek outs. And then a guy couldn't get in one because they couldn't find the key to unlock the door. And so he got on the ground and kind of started lunging his body on the ground. That was where sliding started. So if you've ever seen a slider before, this is where it came from. Everybody's learned what they know from Ghost Town Streets. And it's still the king of them all, especially Fog Alley. If you don't know what I mean, there's a part of Ghost Town, I believe we also put a video up of that here on the channel. Check it out. If not, leave in the comments and tell me I haven't, and I'll see if I can get one up for you. But there's a stretch of Ghost Town that's the actual Ghost Town Street, and it is so dark and so full of fog you can't even see your hand in front of your face. But somehow, the talent knows exactly where you're at, and they will be in your face that fast, and you didn't see them coming. They've been working this area for a long time. This is the veterans. They know what they're doing. Like I said, you can't beat Ghost Town Streets at Knott's Scary Farm. No matter what year it is, the best of the best right here. Having a great time. It was so amazing to be back. You could see how much the scare actors were glad to be back. I mean, they were putting 150, 200% into this, just over the top. Everything in my body was chills. I just loved it. I'm so glad to be back. I hope you guys are too. So there you go. Shows and scare zones at Knott's Scary Farm. Halloween Haunt 2021. Again, let me know in the comments below if you agree with my rankings and how you would change it, if you would change it. And if you haven't been before, let me know in the comments which one you think you might like. Also, if you haven't joined the Prankster Army, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and join right now. And to help with the YouTube algorithm, that's right, give it a smash. And as always, pranksters, from your humble host, Panic, scare you later.